Okay, Jai Sriman Narayana. We'll start our class on Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. This class happens every Saturday at this time. If any one of you are interested, you can please contact me. So today we're going to, before we start our actual class, we're going to do something very interesting. We're going to recite Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra names in mantra style, including Srinivas Nama. Okay? So you all might have heard the famous song Kirtana Bhajan. Shri Srinivasam Sthitaparijatam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Shri Srinivasam Sthitaparijatam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. So like that, we want to chant Kirtan like this, including Vishnu Sahasra Nāma names. Okay? Vishvaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Vishnave Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Vashatkaraya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhūtābhavya Bhavat Prabhave Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhūtākrite Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhavaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhūtābhrute Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhūtātmane Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhūtābhavanaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhūtātmane Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Paramatmane Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Muktanam Paramagate Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Avyayaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Purushaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Sakshine Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Kshetrajnaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Aksharaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Next one is Ekaya.
Second box lo last.
Ekaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Yogaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Yoga Vidam Netre Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Pradhana Purusheshwaraya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Narasimha Vapushe Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Srimate Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Keshavaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Purushottamaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Sarvaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Sharvaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Shivaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Sakshine Namaha Asthanave Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Bhootaadir Nidhiravyaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Nidhiravyaya Sambhavaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam Shri
Venkatesham Manasa Smarami.
Bhavaya Namaha Shri Srinivasam.
Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami.
Bhartre Namaha Shri Srinivasam.
Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami.
Prabhave Namaha Shri Srinivasam.
Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami.
Prabhavaye Namaha Shri Srinivasam.
Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami.
Īśvarāya Namaha Shri Srinivasam.
Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami.
Shri Srinivasam Sithaparijatam. Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Shri Srinivasam Sithaparijatam. Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Shri Srinivasam Sithaparijatam. Shri Venkatesham Manasa Smarami. Idukallavada Venkatamana Govinda Govinda. Okay, so like this, you can chant all the names of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. That will be beautiful. You can practice this at home with all the 1008 names. Okay, so far we have done whatever shlokas we learned in the previous classes. Those shlokas we have discussed. And every week we will do this, including all the new shlokas that we discussed. Okay? Okay, now let's begin. So before we discuss the fourth shloka today, let's try to understand the benefits of chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. What is the benefit, right? Why should we chant? Whenever we are asked to do something, the first question that comes to our mind is, what is in it for me? What do I get? What is the Falashruti? So we'll try to understand that in 5 minutes, and then we'll start our actual discussion of shloka number 4. The Falashruti is given in the Uttara Pitika of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Itidam kirtaniyasya keshavasya mahatmanaha, and so on. All those shlokas, the last 37 shlokas, talk about Falashruti. What are the different benefits for different people? Depending on what sankalpa you take and chant this Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, there will be certain type of benefits. If somebody wants healing, cure for some diseases, they can take a sankalpa and chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra. If somebody wants, some material benefit, wealth, they can take sankalpa and chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, which is ideally not recommended. But if somebody is poverty stricken and there is no other option, when there is no other option, in the extreme situations, Bhagavan is the only Sharanagati for us. So for that, Bhagavatam says, for self-preservation, it is okay to pray to Bhagavan even for wealth and health in the extreme situations. It is not like you already have 1 million, you come in front of Bhagavan and you ask for another 1 million. Or you take sankalpa to get 1 million and chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra. No. If somebody is like Sudama, everybody knows Sudama's Charitam in Bhagavatam. Sudama was completely poverty stricken, and his wife Sushila pressurized Sudama to go to Krishna in Dwaraka and ask for some wealth. Sudama said, how can I ask anything from Bhagavan? I should only give. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. I should only give a fruit, water, leaf or flower. But how should I ask from Bhagavan? That is not recommended. Then Sushila tells this slokam from Bhagavatam. Kamasya nendriya pritir yabho jiveta yavataha. So to maintain our life, for self-preservation, labho jiveta. For self-preservation, it is okay to ask Bhagavan. So it is better to ask Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, Sriman Narayana, instead of asking some devata, some demigod. Because what is the difference if you ask Bhagavan versus if you ask some devata or demigod? Like you can do some puja, Indra, Agni, Varuna, Vayu, and get some material benefit. The same thing can be obtained if you sincerely pray to Bhagavan. But what is the difference? The Devatas, demigods, they will immediately give you whatever you ask. That material benefit, whatever you ask, they will immediately give you. They will not think whether it is useful for you or not. But whereas Bhagavan will think, is this good for my child or not? Then accordingly, he will purify our mind, he will purify our consciousness, he will purify our desire, and then only he will give. Just like when a teenage boy, let's say, he goes and asks one of his uncles to give, okay, let's not use that example. Let's talk about a small child, chocolate, candy example. A small child goes to the grandfather or uncle and asks for candies. If the child asks one candy, out of love and affection, the grandfather or uncle, they'll give 10 chocolates. Whereas the same child goes to the father or mother and asks for candy, they will think, is this good for my child or not? Will it decay the teeth of my child? Or is it okay? Will it damage the health of my child? They will think like that and then they will give. So that's the difference. So even if there is an extreme situation in your life, to get some wealth and to get some material benefit like job, loss of job or something, or health, then it is okay to pray to Bhagavan. But the highest benefit that one can ask from Bhagavan is to give bhakti. Okay? To give us that Krishna prema, to give us that loving devotional service for Bhagavan. In the Falashruti of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, Uttara Petika, there is a line. Whoever chants this Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram every day, Nityam Bhakti Samanvitaha. Nityam Bhakti Samanvitaha. If one chants this on a daily basis, Bhakti will be induced if you don't have it, and if you already have some Bhakti, that will be nourished. Nityam Bhakti Samanvitaha. Okay? So let's try to look at some of the benefits of chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, and then we'll go to Shloka number 4 today. Vasudevashrayo Martyo Vasudeva Parayanaha. If somebody takes a sankalpa of taking Sharanagati of the lotus feet of Sriman Narayana or Vasudeva Krishna and chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, that is what will happen. Vasudevashrayo Martyo Vasudeva Parayanaha. Okay? But before that, let's try to see what are the different material benefits or not material benefits. What are the positive impacts that Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra has on your horoscope? Okay. So we are all aware of these different planets, and each of these planets have different impact on our life, depending on which planet is in which Rashi. And what is the influence of that according to your birth, date of birth, the time, place, and everything. It has certain impacts on your life. And sometimes there will be positive impact, sometimes there will be negative impact. Positive impact, nobody asks any question. Why? Why am I getting this benefit? Why am I happy? Why only me? I got the promotion. Why only me? I got some incentive in the job. Why only me? Nobody asks question like that. But when there is a negative impact, only then people will ask question. Okay? So our goal is to reduce those negative effects. So we have this Mercury, Moon, Saturn, Sun, Rahu and Ketu, Jupiter, Venus. So there are 9 planets, but Rahu and Ketu, they are considered as shadow planets. Okay, shadow, Gupta Graha, shadow planets. So, barring Rahu and Ketu, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets. So, Mercury or Buddha is responsible, that influences our decision making ability. Chandra influences our emotional intelligence, EQ. The first one, Mercury, is IQ. Moon is emotional intelligence, EQ. Saturn, Shani, hardships and instability. Okay, Shani everybody knows. Even if you don't know about other planets, Shani everybody knows. Shani pattindante edo pattinante manakadi edo problem ante. Sun, Surya, lethargy and disease. I mean, here's a clarification, right? If Sun has positive impact, I mean, if there is a positive influence in your chart, then that gives you good health, and you'll be in good moods, all those things. You'll be very active because you get the energy from Sun, right? But the same Sun, if it is weaker in your chart, then you will go through lethargy and diseases. Rahu and Ketu, illusion, magic and ego. Jupiter, Guru, material entanglement. Venus, Shukra, envy and discord. So, if these planets are in weaker position, these are the problems: confusion, indecision, emotional agitation, hardships, instability, lethargy, disease, illusion, magic and ego, material entanglement, envy and discord. And by chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, the positive influence is given in the rightmost column here. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram influences Mercury in our chart so that we will have some clarity in our life. We'll have clarity in our thinking. We'll be able to make better decisions. Most of the times people, they struggle very hard to make decisions because the world is full of dualities. For every small thing, there are so many options. Even if you want to buy a small pencil, there are 100 different options in the store. So the decision making is very hard. But if you chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram on a daily basis, that helps you bring clarity in your life. So you'll be able to make better decisions. It improves memory, the power to memorize things, the power to remember things, and cognitive ability. It improves cognitive ability. And if the moon, Chandra, is in weaker position in your chart, chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, what is the benefit? Profound peace and the equipoised state of prajna, sthita prajna state. Sthita prajna state. Otherwise, even for a small problem, we get disturbed so much. The problem is only this much, but we make it bigger by looking at it through magnifying glass, and we get worried so much. It is mentioned the effect of misery caused by a problem is only 1%. And what about the remaining 99%? It is our mind. Our mind makes the 99% of the problem, but the actual problem is only 1%. So when your mind is in unstable mood like that, agitated, unstable mood, undisciplined, uncontrolled, wavering, chanchalam, then that is because the moon in your chart is weaker. So by chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, the moon gets power, the moon gets stronger, so that you will have peace, you will be able to tolerate things in life in a better way. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada agama payino nityaha tam stitikshasva bharata. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, shloka number 14, learn to tolerate happiness and distress. Learn to tolerate both happiness and distress. When there is a happy situation in life, we should not be agitated, we should not be elated too much. And at the same time, when there is a distress, we should not be too worried. But how will that happen? That will happen by making moon planet stronger in our chart. And that can happen by chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram on a daily basis. Next, the third one, Shani. And by the way, if I forget, before I forget, let me mention this point. As we are going through all these points, it is possible I may forget that point. So let me tell that before I forget. See, for all these type of defects in your chart, if there is a weaker moon, weaker Venus, weaker sun, weaker Rahu Ketu, ill effects of Rahu Ketu, ill effect of Shani, all these things can be remedied using some other means. You do some puja, Shani puja. No need to chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. You can pay some $25 or $51 to the pujari. He will do Shani puja, and that will be the remedy for your chart. Like that, for different defects, there are different remedies. But there is one defect for which there is no remedy except Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra Parayana. Do you want to know what is that? Kala Sarpa Dosha. Have you heard about this? Kala Sarpa Dosha. I hope no one has that Kala Sarpa Dosha. Many of us, we don't even know about our chart, right? So because we don't know our accurate date of birth, time and place, right? Place we know, accurate time we don't know. Because our parents did not record properly. So that's why many of us, we don't have chart. Even if we have chart, we don't know how to read and interpret that. But if there is a Kala Sarpa Dosha in anybody's chart, there is no remedy except chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So this is so powerful. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram is such a powerful thing which can nullify the ill effects of Kala Sarpa Dosha. Okay, now coming back. Shani, hardships and instability. But chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram will give you perseverance and discipline to optimize difficult circumstances. So when there are hardships in life, everybody will go through hardships, right? Nobody is exempt from going through hardships. There are different kinds of problems. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. These are the 4 problems everybody must go through. And also, there are Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Klesha, Adi Daivika Kleshas. Problems created by our own body and mind, like health problems or psychological problems. Problems created by external people. Sometimes our colleagues at home, at work, they can cause problems. Our neighbor can cause a problem. Our wife or husband can cause a problem. Children can cause a problem. Our brothers or sisters can cause problems. These are Adi Bhautika problems. Our mosquito can bite. That's also Adi Bhautika problem. Next, Adi Daivika, natural calamities, tsunami, floods, earthquake, all these things. So when there are hardships in life, that means the Shani Prabhavam is very strong. If you chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, perseverance, that means you will not be demotivated when there are hardships in life. You will not be discouraged. You will not go through depression. Rather, you will be determined to work even more harder to handle that problem and overcome that problem. Perseverance and discipline to optimize difficult circumstances. And you will see the problem as an opportunity for improvement. You will actually grow out of that problem. By chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, we will grow out of that problem. You might have heard this famous quotation. If life throws rocks at you, you build a castle out of it. Everyone heard about this? Yeah? That is what will happen when you chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. You will be able to build a castle out of the rocks that were thrown at you. in life. Perseverance and discipline. Next, sun, Surya, lethargy and disease. By chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, you will develop vitality. Vitality means the strong force, energy, good health, metabolic fire, the digestive fire in the stomach. Vaiṣṇaro bhūtva. Aham Vaiṣṇaro bhūtva praninam deham ashritah pranapana samayutva pachamyannam chaturvijam. Krishna tells in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I in the form of digestive fire in everyone's stomach, I digest the food. Because we only know how to eat, but do we know how to digest? Did we put a grinder mixie in our stomach so that as soon as we eat, we turn on a button and then it will be grounded nicely and then our body will be nourished? No, we are not doing that, but there is somebody who is doing that. That is Vaiṣṇara. Krishna in the form of Vaiṣṇara, the digestive fire. So, chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram will improve the digestive fire, physical purity, and strength. Next, Rahu and Ketu. The problem created by Rahu and Ketu is illusion, magic, and ego. Magic means black magic, basically. That means if Rahu and Ketu are having stronger impact in your life, you will see bad dreams, nightmares when you are sleeping, or you will have a fear of some ghosts haunting, or some people might even see ghosts actually. All those things will happen. By chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, the auric shielding and the eradication of spiritual pride. It provides a kavacha. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram provides a kavacha, like a fence, like a shield, so that the ghosts will not do anything to you. There was a real incident. The founder Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, when he was there in America in 1970s, when he was in Boston, there was a house where Prabhupada wanted to stay. But everybody said that is a haunted house. And everybody suggested Prabhupada that please don't stay there, we'll find another better place. But Prabhupada insisted to stay in that location, in that house, because it's a convenient location and that is where Prabhupada wanted to build a temple. Then Prabhupada very daringly, with a lot of courage, he entered the house, and then by continuous chanting, intense chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he could actually see the ghost running away. It's a real story, it happened. So, like that Narasimha Stotram, Narayana Kavacha, all these things are very helpful in providing a shield to prevent the ill effects of the Bhuta Pretatmas. Okay? The black magic, some people will do black magic, right? To cause some damage to a person. So we need to be protected. The protection comes in the form of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Next. Yeah, Rahu Ketu. Another important thing is ego. This is the biggest problem everybody has. This is the biggest problem everybody has. I'll give a simple example to understand ego. Let's say when you come to the temple, you will see another person. Isn't it normal just to look at that person, smile and say hi, Hare Krishna, Jai Srimad Narayana? Isn't it normal to say like that? Especially in the temple. For outside, we can understand there are some different situations. But at least when you come to the temple, look at the other person and with a smile you say Hare Krishna, Jai Srimad Narayana, like that. You will feel happy, the other person also feels happy, and the Lord is also happy. Right? Coming to the temple, the purpose of coming to the temple is not only just to see the Lord, but to establish a good relationship with the devotees. But most of the times this doesn't happen. Why? Ego. Ego. Oh, why should I look at him? Why should I smile first? If he smiles, then I will smile. Right? Or if he talks, then I will talk. Or even if you see a friend actually, forget about a stranger that you don't know, but many times it happens that even if you see a person who you see regularly, both people, they don't smile at each other, they don't talk to each other, they don't greet each other. They just get carried away with their own works, as if they don't exist, as if the other person don't exist. But the root cause of all these things is ego. So why should I do first? Let him do and then I will do. Let him say Hare Krishna, then I will do. Let him say hi, good morning. Let him greet first, then I will do it. No. So we have to learn something from Sri Ramachandra. Ramachandra is called Purva Bhashi. He is Mitabhashi, Mrudu Bhashi, Purva Bhashi. Mitabhashi means he talks less. Mrudu Bhashi, soft spoken. And he is Purva Bhashi also. Purva Bhashi means he takes the first step, he takes the initiative to talk with people. He takes the initiative to ask the welfare of the people. How are you doing? Are you satisfied? Are you happy in life? These are the type of questions Ramachandra would ask whenever he meets anyone. Purva Bhashi. So we have to learn that from Ramachandra, how to become a Purva Bhashi. And Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram will help to reduce our ego, so that we can become Purva Bhashi. Next, Jupiter. Material entanglement. Okay, will be unnecessarily attached to material sense objects, material things. But chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra will elevate our consciousness to Shuddha Sattva. There are three gunas, right? Rajoguna, Tamoguna and Sattva Guna. Sattva Guna is ideal. Sattva Guna is better compared to Rajoguna and Tamoguna. The mode of goodness is better compared to mode of passion and ignorance. But still, mode of goodness is not the best. That's not the ideal one. What is ideal or what is the best mode is Shuddha Sattva. Above Sattva Guna is Shuddha Sattva Guna. So how do we develop that Shuddha Sattva Guna? By chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra. It elevates our consciousness and it develops Shuddha Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva. Okay, so that we can practice bhakti. Next, the final one, Venus, Shukra. Envy and discord. This is another big problem. Just like ego, envy and discord. Discord means no cordial relationships between people, no friendly relationships between people because of envy. Because of envy, jealousy, asuya, dvesha, all these things. So chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra will reduce that envy and discord. If there is a disharmony in the family, if there is a disharmony between two friends, if there is a disharmony between two siblings, chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra with that sankalpa. See, for all these things, you have to take a sankalpa and chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra for 41 days. Okay, if you chant sincerely, then it will happen. It will surely happen. Pure devotion, universally beloved character. You will become Ajata Shatru. When the Venus becomes stronger, you will become Ajata Shatru. Everybody will treat you like a friend, like a well-wisher, and you will not have any enemies. You will become Ajata Shatru. In the Puranas, we see some examples of Ajata Shatru. For example, Dasharatha Maharaj, Ajata Shatru. Yudhishthira Maharaj, Ajata Shatru. Like that, we will also become Ajata Shatru. Enemy, no enemies. Okay, so these are the different. I have detailed slides also. I did not know. I could have used these detailed slides while discussing. But anyway, just look at the slides. This is about Mercury and Moon, Buddha and Chandra. Not Buddha, Buddha. Buddha Graham. Budagraham, Chandragraham. Budagraham will give you clarity, Chandragraham will give you emotional peace. And without peace, there is no happiness. The prerequisite to become happy is to become peaceful first. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. So how do we become peaceful? By making moon, Chandra in our chart stronger. Sun, Surya, Shani. Shani gives tolerance. When you make Shani in a positive way in your chart, that gives you tolerance to tolerate hardships in life. Because Shani is causing troubles in life. Now we need to tolerate. That ability to tolerate things comes by chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Okay? And if you want to see the results for yourself, start with day one. Every day, it takes 30 minutes to chant Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. If you chant sincerely, after 7 days, you will see these benefits naturally coming in your life. You will develop distaste towards tamasic food, tamasic and rajasic food. You will only like to eat sattvic food. And in 1 to 3 months, natural gradual elimination of tamasic vegetables from the diet. So all these great benefits will happen. For example, Dhruva, when he was doing tapasya in the forest, standing on one leg, 5-year-old boy chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya for 6 months continuously. What was the result? In 7 days, he got darshan of Devatas from Swargaloka. And after 6 months, he got Vishnu Darshana. Within 6 months, he got Vishnu Darshana. So this is a testimony. Simply by chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Dhruva got the benefit. Within first 7 days, he got darshan of demigods. Indra, Chandra, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, and so on. And then after 6 months, he got Vishnu Darshana. So we can test as we are chanting with sincerity every day. You will see some positive impact, positive results on a daily basis. Rahu, Ketu. And this is the impact of Jupiter. Okay? Jupiter is Guru Graha. When you have Guru Graha stronger in your chart, your consciousness will be elevated from tamasic mood to rajasic mood to sattvic mood and finally to Shuddha Sattva. Okay? More of pure goodness. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, what are the symptoms or qualities of a person who is in tamasic mood? What are the symptoms of a person who is in rajasika and sattva guna? People who are in sattva guna, they are naturally happy. You will see some people, they are naturally happy. They don't do anything, but they are naturally happy. They are always smiling and they are healthy, wealthy. They are very happy. Why? They are in sattva guna. Usually you will see Brahmins, they are simple, they are always simple thinking and, they are happy. Their eating is also sattvic. Their thinking is also sattvic. All their habits, the different interests, tastes. The Brahmins, they have a natural inclination towards music, fine arts, music, dance, singing, all these things. Or to do some kaikaryam for Swami. They have naturally all these things. Why? They are in sattva guna. Now, even if you are not a caste Brahmin, even if you are not born in a Brahminical family, you can develop Brahminical qualities by chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. And finally, one few slides before the last one, the astrologers. See, when you go to an astrologer, most of the times you will see this, right? As soon as you go there, the astrologer, with some intuition, they will be able to tell you what is the reason why you have approached the astrologer? Has anyone consulted an astrologer? Do you have some experiences? I have some experience. Long time ago, I consulted some astrologers. So when you go to an astrologer, many people, they have this ability to tell you for what reason you have come for. Intuition. This is called intuition. So how do you develop this intuition? By chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So the astrologers, some astrologers, they may chant. If it is a South Indian astrologer, definitely Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram they will chant. Or North Indian astrologers, they might be chanting Hanuman Chalisa, Narayana Kavacha, or different things. But the chanting of different stotrams will help you develop this intuition. Intuition is basically the ability to see beyond. The ability to see beyond. Now our goal is not to become an astrologer. That's not our job. You remain whatever occupational duty in which you are in. Continue doing whatever you are doing. But you will develop intuitions so that you will be able to see beyond in your life. Okay? And finally, by making Venus stronger, you will develop bhakti. This is our ultimate goal, bhakti, developing bhakti, right? Vasudevashrayo martyo Vasudeva parayanaha nityam shraddha bhakti samanvitaha. Nityam shraddha bhakti samanvitaha. Whoever chants Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra daily, they will develop bhakti samanvitaha. So it will improve the Venus and it will improve your devotional service. Okay? And finally, Bhagavat Smarana will improve. Bhagavat Smarana will improve. Your ability to remember God will improve. This is what everybody wants. And this is what Krishna is also saying in Bhagavad Gita. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. Yaprayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra asamshaya. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishvasi satyam te pratijani priyosime. Whoever remembers me at the time of death and quits this life, quits this body, they will come to spiritual world. Of this there is no doubt, Krishna is saying. So how do we develop this habit, practice or the ability to remember Krishna all the time? That is by chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Because there are beautiful 1008 names. You take any shloka, there are so many names in that shloka. Vishvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bhuta Krut Bhuta Bhrudbhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavanaha Bhutatma Paramatma Cha Muktanam Paramagatihi Avyaya Purusha Sakshi Kshetrajñokshara vacha Yogo Yoga Vidam Neta Pradana Purusheshwaraha Narasingha Vapushriman Keshava Purushottamaha Sarva Shiva Sthānur Bhootaadir Nidhiravyaya Sambhavo Bhāvano Bhartā Prabhur Īśvaraḥ, and so on. There are so many beautiful names in Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So simply by chanting these names, you will be able to remember Bhagavan. So the 11th benefit of chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra is it will help you increase your Bhagavat Smarana. Okay? So these are some of the benefits. If somebody is struggling with some ill effects in their horoscope chart due to some malefic effects of these these planets, you can nullify, you can negate them by chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Okay? With that, we will come to actual discussion today. Actually, this is something I wanted to do for a long time. Let's do that because every week we are coming here, sitting in front of Lord Venkateshwara. Let's chant the Dvadasha Nama, Venkateshwara Dvadasha Nama. This is very beautiful. Let's glorify the Venkateshwara Swami with Venkateshwara Dvadasha Nama Stotra. It only takes 5 minutes. We'll do this. Just like in the beginning of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, you have that Nyasam, right? Asya Sri Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra Mahamantrasya Nidhiravyayaḥ Bhagavan Rishihi Anushtap Chandaha and so on. Like that, there is a Nyasam here. Asya Sri Venkateshwara Dvadasha Nāma Stotra Mahamantrasya Brahma Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Sri Venkateshwaro Devata Ishtarte Viniyogaha. So first I will recite all the shlokas, then I'll help you recite together. Okay? So when I am chanting, you observe the tune and the pronunciation, everything, so that when you are ready, you will be able to chant better. Narayano Jagannatho Varijasana Vanditaha Swami Pushkarini Vasi Shanka Chakra Gadadaraha Pitambaradaro Devo Garudasana Shobitaha Kandarpakoti Lavanyaha Kamalayatalochanaha Indirapati Govindaha Chandra Surya Prabhakaraha Vishvatma Vishvalokesho Jaya Shri Venkateshwaraha Etadvadasha Namani Trisandhyam Yappate Naraha Dharidhya Dukkha Nirmukto Dhanadhanya Samudhiman Janavashyam Rajavashyam Sarva Kamartha Siddhidam Divya Tejas Samapnoti Dhirgamayuscha Vindati Graharoga Dinasham Cha Kamitardha Falapradam Iha Janmani Saukyam Cha Vishnu Sayujjamapnuyat Iti Brahmanda Purane Brahmanarada Samvade Shri Venkatesha Dvadasha Nāma Stotram. Okay? So we chant the 12 names. I will recite one line and you repeat after me. Okay? With the loudest voice possible. Okay? Narayano Jagannatho Narayano Jagannatho
Narayano Jagannatho
Varijasana Vanditaha
Varijana Sanditaha
Varijasana Vanditaha
Varijasana Vanditaha
Swami Pushkarini Vasi
Swami Pushkarini Vasi
Shanka Chakra Gadadaraha
Sankachakradadaraha
Swami Pushkarini Vasi
Swami Pushkarini Vasi
Shanka Chakra Gadadaraha
Sanka Chakra Gadadhara
Sankachakradadaraha
Pitambaradaro Devo
Pitambara Devo
Garudasana Shobitaha
Garudasana Shobitaha
Pitambaradaro Devo
पीताम्बरधरो
गरुडासन शोभितः
गरुडासनशोभितः
कन्दर्पकोटिलावण्यः
कन्दर्पकोटिलावण्यः
कमलायतलोचनः
कमलायतलोचनः
कन्दर्पकोटिलावण्यः
कन्दर्पकोटिलावण्यः
कमलायतलोचनः
कमलायतलोचनः
इन्दिरापति गोविन्दः
इन्दिरापति गोविन्दः
चन्द्रसूर्यप्रभाकरः
चन्द्रसूर्यप्रभाकरः
louder, much louder. Indirapati Govindah
इन्दिरापति गोविन्दः
Chandra Surya Prabhakarah
चन्द्रसूर्यप्रभाकरः
Vishvatma Vishvalokesho
विश्वोत्मा विश्वलोकेषु
Jaya Shri Venkateshwarah
जय श्रीवेङ्कटेश्वर
Vishvatma Vishvalokesho
विश्वात्मा विश्वलोकेषु
Jaya Shri Venkateshwarah
जय श्रीवेङ्कटेश्वरः
Okay, so that was a beautiful Venkateshwara Dvadasha Nāma Stotram. Very easy, just 12 names. It takes only 1 minute or 2 minutes, which you can chant every day. And in the end, we saw what are the benefits. Whoever have diseases, the diseases will be gone. And whoever has manashanti, ashanti in their life, that ashanti will go away. All those things will happen. Okay? So probably in another 20 minutes or so, we'll try to cover as much as we can from 4th shloka today. Okay? Yeah, this one. Okay, Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, shloka number 4. Sarva Sharva Shiva Sthānur Bhūtādir Nidhiravyayah Sambhavo Bhāvano Bhartā Prabhur Īśvaraḥ. Okay, please repeat after me. Sarva Sharva Shiva Sthānur Sarva Sharva Shiva Sthānur Bhūtādir Nidhiravyayaḥ
Bhūtādir Nidhiravyayah
Bhūtādir Nidhiravyayah
Bhūtādir Nidhiravyayah
Sambhavo Bhāvano Bhartā
Bhāvano Bhartā
Sambhavo Bhāvano Bhartā
Sambhavo Bhāvano Bhartā
Prabhur Īśvaraḥ
Prabhavaḥ Prabhurīśvaraḥ
Prabhur Īśvaraḥ
Prabhavaḥ Prabhurīśvaraḥ.
He is the ultimate cause for the universe, its sustenance, destruction, and he manifests to re-establish dharma. He is pure, compassionate, supports the universe, and is the most powerful supreme controller. Okay? So there are 12 names in this shloka number 4. let us see what are these 12 names, their meaning, and some discussion. But before that, just like how we chant every week, let us chant these names, these 12 names from Shloka number 4 in a mantra style. I'll say each name and you repeat after me. Om Sarvaya Namaha.
सर्वाय नमः
Om Sharvaya Namaha.
ॐ शर्वाय नमः
Om Shivaya Namaha.
ॐ शिवाय नमः
Om Sthanave Namaha.
ॐ स्थानवे नमः
Om Bhootādaya Namaha.
ॐ भूतादये नमः
Om Nidhaye Namaha.
ॐ निधये नमः
Om Avyayaya Namaha.
ॐ अव्ययाय नमः
Om Sambhavaya Namaha.
ॐ
ॐ सम्भवाय नमः
Om Bhavanaya Namaha.
ॐ भावनाय नमः
Om Bhartre Namaha.
ॐ भद्रे नमः
Om Prabhavaya Namaha.
ॐ
ॐ
प्रभवाय नमः
प्रभवाय नमः
Om Prabhave Namaha.
ॐ प्रभवे नमः
Om Īśvarāya Namaha.
ॐ ईश्वराय नमः
नमः
So on this screen there are 13 names. That's not correct. There are only 12 names. So the Nidhi and Avyaya, it is one name. Okay. So let us correct that mistake. Om Nidhiravyayaya Namaha.
ॐ निधिनव्याय नमः
Om Nidhiravyayaya Namaha.
ॐ निधिनव्याय नमः
Yeah. Okay. So most of these names like Sarva, Sharva, Shiva, Sthānur, Bhūtādir, these are the names you will see in Shiva Stotram. These are the names usually used to glorify Lord Shiva. But the same names are used to glorify Vishnu. It is first Vishnu, then Shiva is glorified. This tells one beautiful thing for us that the same Bhagavan, Vishnu, who appears, who incarnates as Brahma, Shiva, and so on. Okay? So this is Ekatvam. Bhagavan is only one. And he appears, he incarnates, he expands into different avatars, different incarnations. Okay? Shiva is a great Vaiṣṇava. Vaiṣṇavanam Yata Shambho. Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaiṣṇava. He is the greatest devotee of Lord Viṣṇu. What is he chanting always? He is chanting Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasra Nāma Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. He is always chanting. Lord Shiva is always chanting Ramachandra's name. Okay? Okay, now let's look at the meanings of these names as much as possible until the Naivedyam comes. Okay? Sarva, the omniscient, all-pervading. Sharva, the destroyer. Shiva, auspiciousness, or the embodiment of auspiciousness. Okay? Sthānur, the steady and changeless. Bhūtādir, source of all elements. Nidhiravyaya, the everlasting treasure. Nidhi means treasure. Avyaya means everlasting, eternal. There is no end, there is no decay, there is no diminishing factor. Nidhiravyaya, everlasting treasure. Sambhavo, he who manifests at his own will. He who manifests at his own desire. Nobody forces him to come to Bhuloka. Whenever he wants, he will come. Bhāvano, bestower of the fruits of action. Bhartā, sustainer of the universe. Prabhavaḥ, he whose avatars are acts of greatness. Prabhur, the most adept and powerful. In simple words, he is a master. Prabhu means master. The Lord, the master. Īśvara, controller. These are the 12 names. Okay. Now let's take a deep dive into these 12 names and understand. The first one is Sarva. Om Sarvaya Namaha. Repeat. Om Sarvaya Namaha.
Sarvaya Namaha.
Yeah. So the meaning of the word Sarva. This is a name. This is a name for the Lord Sriman Narayana. The meaning of this name, Sarva, means all pervading, omniscient, omnipresent. Sarva can mean many things. Omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. Three things, right? Omnipresent means he is all pervading. He exists everywhere. Omniscient means he is all knowing. He knows everything. Sarvajna. Omnipotent is capable of doing everything. Is capable of doing everything and anything. Why is he able to do everything? Because he is present everywhere. Because he is omnipresent, he is able to do everything. And also because he is omnipresent, he is all pervading, he exists everywhere, he knows everything. For example, we are present only here. So we know what is happening around us. We know what is happening in this temple hall. But do we know what is happening at our home or in the office or in Seattle downtown? No, we don't know. But Sriman Narayana, he knows everything. He is Sarva. He is Sarva Vyapi, Sarvajna, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Sarvantaryami, Sarva Vyapi, Sarvajna, Sarva Shakti, all these things. Okay? We hear this word Sarva in Venkatesha Mangala Shasanam. We had a class last week. Svata Sarva Shaktaye Sarva Sheshine Sulabhaya Sushilaya Sri Venkateshaya Mangalam. Svata Sarva Shaktaye Sarva Sheshine Sulabhaya Sushilaya Venkateshaya Mangalam. Svata Sarva Shaktaye. Swata means by his own self, by himself. Nobody gives him that energy. Bhagavan gives the energy to us, but nobody gives energy to him. He is self-energetic. He is Shaktiman actually. He is Shaktiman. From him the Shakti comes. So he is the source of all the energy. He is the source of all the Shakti. That's why that Venkateshwara Mangala Shastram, it says, Swata Sarva Shaktaye Sarva Sheshine Sulabhaya Sushilaya Venkateshaya Mangalam. Swata Sarva Shaktaye Sarva Sheshine. We'll discuss what is Sarva Sheshine in a bit, but let's understand at the beginning level, we'll understand Sarva Shaktaye. Sarva Shaktaye means one who is capable of doing everything, anything and anywhere. And Bhagavan has this ability of doing multitasking with any part of his body. For example, he can eat with his eyes. He can see with his ears. He can smell with his nose. He can walk with his hands. He can sit with his legs. So different tasks he can do with different limbs. He can do multitasking with multiple limbs at the same time. There is a shloka in Brahma Samhita that tells about this. Trying to recollect. Anyways, okay, that is a message. Bhagavan is capable of doing anything with any part of his body. Okay, Sarva. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. That is the first meaning of Sarva. That means everything emanates from me. Sarva, everything. Everything emanates from me. He is the cause of the creation. Sarva Karana Karanam in Brahma Samhita. Īśvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Sarva, the same meaning there. Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the source of all sources. He is the cause of all causes. And he has no cause. He does not have any source. Okay? So, for example, I have a source, my father. My father has a source, my grandfather. My grandfather has a source, my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather has a source, great-great-grandfather. So like that, if you go all the way if you go all the way up the chain, you will go to Brahma. And who is the source of Brahma? Vishnu. Like that. Okay? And that Vishnu doesn't have any source. He is Swayambhu. Sarva, that is the first meaning. He is the cause of everything. He is the origin of everything. Not only origin, he is the origin and end of everything. That end part is discussed in the next one, Sharva. But let's discuss more about Sarva here. This name Sarva is very similar to Vishnu. Remember the very first shloka? Vishvam Vishnur Vashatkaru. Vishvam is the universe and Vishnu is that all-pervading nature of Bhagavan by which he permeates throughout this entire world. Andhantarastha Paramanu Shayam Jagat. Andhantarastha Paramanu Shayam Jagat. In this material world, Bhagavan enters in each and every Paramanu, each and every atom. Andhantarastha Paramanu Shayam Cha Jagat. He enters into each and every planet, each and every universe as the Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and he enters into each and every atom as Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Okay? So like that, without his existence, nothing can survive, nothing can exist. And because of his presence in everything, everything is connected to him. And ultimately, when everything is destroyed, it goes back to him. Just like we can analyze this with a simple analogy. There is a clay. A potter is making a pot using clay. After the pot is made, can we say that the pot is separate from the clay? No, it is still the clay. The pot is made of clay. What you see is also clay only. It has different name, different rupam, but it has the same raw material, clay. And let's say somebody breaks the pot. It goes and merges into the clay again, into the earth. So what creates the pot is clay, and what you see in the pot is clay, and in the end, where the pot goes into is also the clay. So that is the nature of the omnipresent nature of Bhagavan. That is the omnipresent nature of Bhagavan. So nothing is separate from him because he exists in each and every Paramanu. Okay? Sarva. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita that how he creates this material world and how he creates all the jivas in it. It is discussed in great detail in Bhagavatam also. So there are 4 stages in which this entire world and the people are created. The first stage is Bhagavan, in his mind, he thinks about it. Okay? That is, he thinks about it and he creates the raw material in his mind. That is called Sukshma Bhuta. Sukshma Bhuta. What is Bhuta? We have Pancha Mahabhuta. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are called Pancha Mahabhuta. So Bhagavan, before actually creating the physical elements of earth, water, fire, air, ether, he creates them in his mind. Just like when you ask a painter to paint or to draw the beautiful picture of the Divya Mangala Rupam of Venkateshwar Swami. What will the painter do first? In his mind, he will visualize. He will create a template in his mind. And then he will pen it down and finally the painting will come out. So that is what exactly Bhagavan does. Before actually creating, before actually manifesting the Pancha Mahabhuta, the raw material, earth, water, fire, air, ether, he creates that in his mind. That is called Sukshma Prakriti or Sukshma Bhuta. Then the next stage is he does Stula Prakriti. He actually manifests the earth, water, fire, air, ether, the physical elements. He actually manifests them. So you actually see, Brahma will see, not we, but Brahma is the first Jiva, right? So Brahma was able to see the earth, water, fire, air, ether physically. Just like when construction people, when they have to build a building, what do? They have to bring cement, concrete, water, sand, all these things. That's the raw material. So Vishnu, he creates first Sukshma Prakriti and then Stula Prakriti. After that, there is Sukshma Bhuta and Stula Bhuta. The first one is Prakriti, then Bhuta. Bhuta are the Jivas. So after creating the material world, there has to be people in it, right? So the people are the material with all the planets, everything is created mentally. That is Sukshma Bhuta. Then after that, actually manifesting all the planets, all the jivas in it. Okay, that is Stula Bhuta. So there is Prakriti and Bhuta. Stula Prakriti, Sukshma Prakriti, Stula Prakriti, Sukshma Bhuta and Stula Bhuta. Sukshma is subtle and Stula is gross. Subtle and gross. Subtle is something that we cannot see. For example, air we cannot see, ether we cannot see, but earth, fire, water we can see. So what you can see with your eye is Stula, gross element. And what you cannot see with your eyes is Sukshma or subtle. Our mind we cannot see. Happiness we cannot see. Love we cannot see. All these qualities, emotions we cannot see, right? So these are all subtle, Sukshma. They are in the Sukshma Rupa. So like that, Bhagavan creates, because somebody can ask a question. Oh, what does it mean to be, what does it mean to create earth, water, fire, air, ether in a subtle form, in a Sukshma Rupa? Just like how there is air in a Sukshma Rupa, similarly, Bhagavan creates the raw material earth, water, fire in a Sukshma Rupa. If Bhagavan wants, he can manifest air also. But there is a reason why he doesn't manifest air. It is supposed to be like that. Because Bhagavan knows, if he manifests air, if he brings a physical form to air, people will misuse it. They're already misusing it. We have seen in COVID time, right? People sell oxygen cylinders for 20,000, 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, like that. Even the Sukshma Rupam, they are making business on it. So Bhagavan knows that if he creates a physical form, if he gives a Rupam to air, they can do major havoc. That's why there is a reason why Bhagavan doesn't give a physical form to air and ether. Okay? That is Sarva. Next, Sharva, destroyer. Now, after everything is created, it will be maintained for some time, and then there will be a time when it will be destroyed. at the time of annihilation, during pralaya, everything will be annihilated, everything will be destroyed. So that feature or the ability of Bhagavan, or that potency of Bhagavan, which destroys the material world, is Śarva. The ability to which creates is Sarva. The ability that destroys is Sharva. And this destruction is not with a negative connotation. When Bhagavan is destroying, at the time of destruction, where do all the jivas go? They all go back into Sri Mahavishnu. And then at the time of creation, then everything will be created. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Kalpakshaye punastani visrujami aham. Kalpakshaye punastani. At the end of every kalpa, I withdraw all these universes. Visrujami. I withdraw all these universes. And at the beginning of the yuga, beginning of the kalpa, then the yuga will manifest and the material, all the planets will manifest and people will manifest. Sharva, another meaning of Sharva, destruction, means Bhagavan destroys our sins. Bhagavan destroys our karmic reactions. Bhagavan destroys our anarthas. Okay? While we are still living in the material world, Bhagavan destroys our material anarthas. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya, all these things. Earlier we discussed, right? What are the benefits of chanting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram? During that time we discussed envy and ego are the biggest problems. Out of the many other problems, envy and ego are the biggest problems. So Bhagavan destroys, in the form of Sharva, Bhagavan destroys all those anarthas. Next, Shiva. Om Shivaya Namaha. And this is not referring to Lord Shiva. This is referring to Vishnu. This is referring to the auspiciousness quality of Vishnu. The word Shiva means auspiciousness. When we say Om Shivaya Namaha, referring to Lord Shiva's name, the meaning of Lord Shiva's name is actually auspiciousness, all auspiciousness. Just like the meaning of Krishna. What is the meaning of Krishna? All attractive. What is the meaning of Rama? All pleasure. Ramayati iti Ramaha. He is the pleasure giving potency. He gives pleasure to everyone. He gives happiness to everyone. He is an embodiment. He is a treasure house. He is a storehouse of pleasure. Ramayati iti Ramaha. Sarvam akarshayati iti Krishnaha. So like that, Shiva means auspiciousness. Krishna means all attraction. Rama means all pleasure. Shiva means all auspiciousness. In Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful shloka spoken by Prahlada. Prahlada Maharaj, when he wishes auspiciousness for everybody in the world, he offers a nice prayer. There he uses this word Shiva. Swastyastu vishvasya kalaha prasidatam dhyayantu bhutani shivam mito dhiya manascha badram bhajata dadokshaje aveshyatamno matirapya haituki. So let me share the screen for online people. So this is the one. Swastyastu vishvasya kalaha prasidatam. Swasti astu. May there be auspiciousness. May there be all goodness, auspiciousness for everybody. Kalaha prasidatam. Even for the enemies. Kalaha means enemies. Prahlada is wishing auspiciousness even for enemies. That is the nature of a devotee. Generally, when we want to wish auspiciousness, we only wish auspiciousness for our friends, family members, relatives. But Prahlada is such a great devotee, he is wishing auspiciousness even for enemies. Kalaha. Swastyastu vishwasya kalaha prasidhatam dhyayantu bhutani shivam mitodiya. Shivam, auspiciousness. May there be auspiciousness for everybody. Shivam mitodiya. Manascha badram bachata dadokshache. May everyone worship that adokshaja. Sriman Narayana, Sri Mahavishnu, Sri Krishna. Aveshyatamno matirapya heituki. Everyone worship Bhagavan without any material desire. Aheituki means without any material desire. So this is a beautiful prayer. There we can see the word Shiva. Means auspiciousness. Shivam means auspiciousness. Shiva means the embodiment of auspiciousness. Okay? So that is the meaning of this this third name. Out of the 12 names, we are at the third name. First one is Sarva, second one is Sharva, third one is Shiva. Simply by remembering him, simply by remembering Bhagavan's name, all auspiciousness will be spread around. That's why when you chant any of these stotrams, they emanate great transcendental vibes around. So you will see positive, positive impact. You will feel that positivity actually. Don't you feel good when you come to the temple and chant these stotrams, especially when everybody is chanting together with the loudest voice possible? Then you can feel that positive energy. That means in the form of Shiva, he is spreading that auspiciousness. Okay, so next time whenever you are chanting stotrams like this, remember this word Shiva. That means that Bhagavan's potency of auspiciousness is manifesting here. So right now as we are chanting, Sarva Sharva Shiva Sthānur Bhootaadir Nidhiravyaya Sambhavo Bhāvano Bhartā Prabhur Īśvaraḥ. As we are chanting, what are we experiencing? Auspiciousness. Shiva. We are experiencing Shiva. Now, another beautiful point about Sarva, the first name. Okay. Sarva means the all-pervading nature of Bhagavan. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita 7.7, chapter 7, shloka number 7, Krishna tells, Mattaha parataram nanya kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idham proktam sutre manigana iva. There also the word sarvam. Mai sarvam idham proktam sutre manigana iva. Just like how a thread is holding all the pearls in a pearl necklace. Okay? If you don't have a pearl necklace, whatever necklace you have. Okay? What you cannot see inside the necklace is the thread. But without the thread, can that necklace exist? No. So the thread is the one which is holding all the elements of the necklace. Similarly, the thread or the string, that is holding all the elements of the necklace. Similarly, in the material world, Bhagavan is like that invisible thread holding all the elements and sustaining them. Actually, if you study quantum physics, what is quantum physics? Quantum physics is a scientific way of knowing about God. Scientific way of knowing the source of this creation. Scientific way of seeing beyond this universe, beyond this material universe. So whatever the scriptures, Vedas are teaching to us, if you want to see that in a tangible way, in a measurable, quantifiable way, that is quantum physics. Okay? Learning Shastra in a scientific way. Okay? In quantum physics, there is an interesting theory called string theory. String. Just like the thread string theory. You can Google later on when you go home. The string theory tells exactly the same thing. String theory tells that this entire universe is nothing but a chain of strings. A chain of strings. There will be one string connecting some elements, and then that string is linked to another string in a form of a chain. There will be multiple strings, innumerable number of strings connecting all the elements of the universe. That is what quantum physics says. And that is what is Krishna telling in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna told this in Bhagavad Gita some trillions of years ago. So we don't even have to struggle hard. We don't have to study quantum physics. We don't have to, we don't have to scratch our head and hair and lose our hair to study all these things. Krishna has made it easy for us. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam proktam sutre manigana iva. Sutra means thread, string. Mani are the beads, the pearls. Manigana, the group of pearls and beads. Just like how there are pearls and beads in a necklace, and the thread is holding all these things. Like that, Krishna, with his all-pervading nature, he is holding everything. Okay? He's creating everything and he is maintaining everything. And finally, Sharva, he is destroying everything. Okay? Next, Nidhiravyaya. Om Nidhiravyayaya Namaha. Oh, we missed Sthānur. Sarva Sharva Shiva Sthānur. Oh yes, Sthānur. Good. Okay, where is Sthānur? Here is Sthānur. Okay. Oh, second one here. Yeah. Okay, Sthānur. The meaning of the word Sthānur. Om Sthanave Namaha.
Om Sthānave Namaha.
Louder. Om Sthanave Namaha.
Om Sthānave Namaha.
The meaning of the word Sthānu means steady and changeless. Steady, remaining steady and changeless. Firm, unwavering and resolute in bestowing unlimited benefits upon his devotees. So there are two meanings of Sthānu. You will hear this statement, okay? Especially if you are Telugu speaking person, you will hear people saying like this. A manishi Sthanula అయిపోయాడు. What does it mean? He became like a statue. He became like a statue. What does it mean? No movement. Statue has no movement, right? Sthānu means steady, remaining steady, no movement. When you go to Bellevue Library, the public King County Library, you will see a statue of Mahatma Gandhi. So that is Sthānu. That is an example of Sthānu. He doesn't move anywhere, right? Steady, remaining steady. Here, this Bhagavan, it is not a statue. It is a deity. He can move. He can walk around. We don't see it. We can't see it, but he can walk around. He can come and sit here along with us when we are chanting Venkateshwara Sahasra Nāma. He can come and sit here, but we don't see him. Sthānu means one who remains steady. There are two meanings of it. Sthānu means one who remains steady. Another one is one who remains steady without any movement. Another one is one who is steady, determined in giving unlimited number of gifts to his devotees. So let us discuss that with an example. Now we discussed that as Vishnu and as Sarva, he is all pervading. He is all pervading. He is pervading everywhere in every atom. How many atoms are there within this small remote? Or can you find even a smaller object than that? Any smaller object than this? Yeah, any smaller object. Okay. So let's look at the one button of the remote. How small it is, and that one button of remote is made of so many atoms. That means Bhagavan is present in each and every atom. When you arrange all the atoms together, side by side, in a circular form, let's say, that means Bhagavan is present in every atom, right? Now, is there any place for Bhagavan to move around? No, right? Let's say the capacity of this room is 530 people. Okay, it says there. Now you bring 1,000 people and make them stand here. Will there be any room? Will there be any place for them to move around? No, it will be jammed. It will be packed very tight. The entire hall will be packed very tight. So just like that, Bhagavan is Bhagavan's presence is packed very tightly in this universe, in each and everything, such that there's no place for him to move around. There's no place for him to move around. He remains steady.
But he's never bound by space.
He's never bound by Yeah, he's never bound by space. But when he wants, he can walk freely as much as he can. But as he is walking also,
He's filling it up.
there will be the space is filled with other Paramatmas, right? As he is walking, the place is filled with Paramatmas. Now here, even though there are 1,000 people in this room, still you will be able to walk around, right? But still you will see people. You'll have to touch people. You'll have to crush people around. You'll have to push people around, and then you'll be able to move around. But Bhagavan, he can move freely. He can move freely with all his long arms and long legs. He can move around freely. But as he is moving also, there are other Paramatmas filled completely. Sthānur. And he is, I'll give an example, then you will understand this better. Okay? Okay, so it's a time for Naivedya, and we will conclude the call to class here. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. See you all next week. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.